Welcome back for another video. This is your boy Vader Knight, and today we're going to be talking about the benefits of note keeping. I've done note keeping for like a super long time, and I've been, I wouldn't say consistent with it. I don't think being consistent is really that important when it comes to note keeping, because you'll have different thoughts like every day of whatever you want to write down. But some people use it to like journal. I'm not really a big fan of journaling for the most part. I'll journal here and there, but for the most part, I mainly just keep notes. I feel like keeping notes is more important than anything. I think if you keep notes, you'll remember things for later that you want to do. You'll be more organized. Maybe you'll get more accomplished. I feel like journaling can be helpful as well. People like to talk about journaling a lot, especially nowadays. They say journaling has saved my life or whatever, but it's kind of hard to really know what they're talking about when they say journaling. Are you like just keeping are you keeping notes? Are you actually journaling like a diary? What exactly is your journaling experience like? For me, it's mainly just keeping notes. That's what I like to do. I like to keep notes on notepads, and that's leads me to my next point. You're gonna want a bunch of notepads. I feel like notepads are one of the most essential things you can use when keeping notes. You can get like the really small ones for your pocket if you actually want to carry it around with you for the whole day. I do this sometimes, but I'm not very consistent with that. Most of the time when I'm out, I do just write notes on my phone because it's a little bit easier. But I do believe that when you're in your home, you should write whatever you had in your head all day from your phone, and you should actually write it on a piece of paper in a notepad. And you should have multiple notepads and like section them off. One can be like a journal, one can be like your daily goals or whatever, or weekly goals or whatever. I think you should have multiple different notepads, but you should keep them all by your desk, and they should all be for different things. Maybe you have a journal, maybe you have one that says different goals that you want to accomplish within a certain time span that are easy. They shouldn't be like you should just have your long-term ones just in general in your head. But usually for smaller stuff, I think you should write it on a notepad so you don't forget about it, and you can look at it and then just kind of knock one thing off after another as the week goes on, and then just keep adding to it, and then just throw away the pages that you don't really need anymore. I think that's a good method for keeping notes. I think that can keep you on track. I think note keeping is one of the most important things you can do to actually keep on track, because especially with how much stuff goes on nowadays with your phone, with work, with school, with whatever, you're going to be distracted. Now more than ever, they try to distract you. I think notepads are a physical thing you can own that can keep you grounded in the real world, just away from your phone. I think even keeping notes on your phone is really not that good. But I think maybe when you're traveling, maybe you kind of have to do that. But if you are at your house, I definitely think you should write whatever you put on your phone on a physical notepad. And it should be a nicer notepad. It shouldn't be like a piece of junk. It should be a decent sized, nice notepad that you keep around your desk. But I do feel like that could be helpful for you. I feel like that is definitely something you should consider doing, because that's usually what I do. I don't know if everybody else does that or not, but I've done that for like multiple years now, and it's really helped me keep on track. People often ask me, they say, Raider Knight. I guess they don't really ask it as much as they used to, because I haven't really been posting as much as I used to, except for like really recently. But people would, I mainly stopped uploading because I got bored. But when I came back, I started uploading a lot, obviously. But people would ask me when I was uploading like hardcore, they said, Raider Knight, how do you get all this stuff done every day? How do you even have time to do all this shit? And it's just like, I keep notes. I mean, I'm pretty consistent. And, you know, as long as you keep notes, you're focused on what you actually want to do. I think that's the most important thing you can do. So try to be focused on things that aren't YouTube shorts or TikTok or whatever. I mean, that stuff's all just a waste of time. And we could talk about the TikTok ban or whatever, but I don't really know if I support the TikTok ban necessarily. I think there's a lot of negatives with TikTok, but at the same time, I think the government's acting kind of weird with how they're banning it, so I don't really know. I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent with the TikTok thing. I don't really care. There's a lot of things I don't really like about it, but there's a lot of things I really could care less if it was gone, you know what I'm saying? But definitely with note keeping, just have a bunch of notepads try to keep notes and try to stay organized. I think that's the main thing. And a good way to stay organized is with bullets. I like to use bullet points on all my notepads. Sometimes I'll use like the star symbol, the asterisk or whatever it's called. I'll use that sometimes, but I do prefer bullet points. And I guess you could use like dashed lines as well, but I feel like bullet points are there. You can see them better. They're more physical. You can actually like see them on the paper. They look a lot better. So I do prefer bullet points. Asterisks are okay too, I guess, but it depends whatever you want to use. Another thing I have like multiple different archives of like all my content and stuff like that. You might be wondering, Raider Knight, how do you like keep your content so organized or whatever? Because I have like a Discord server where I'll keep like tons of different notes about like reviews on films, music, games, and then I'll also have like all these different like pictures from like years ago, whether it's Minecraft or Rukoi or whatever. And I've really like kept good track of a lot of this stuff. Obviously I think I kind of messed up with how I did my archives. I think they're pretty messy for the most part, but I do have a lot of the files of the old stuff, which is just kind of cool to hold on to. I think you definitely should look into archiving your stuff, but I would say if I was to redo my archive at a younger age, I think I would have put a lot more of it onto like a hard drive, maybe multiple hard drives. That way, you know, you never lose it or whatever. But I feel like the way I did it is kind of messy on Discord because like I'll have so many like Brush City pictures and I'll have so many Minecraft ones. It's kind of hard to organize it all. And I mean, that's like a multiple hour day process if I ever did want to organize it. And I have slowly organized some parts of it, but there's just so much of it. It takes a really long time. But I do think keeping an archive and keeping a history book of all your things that you've ever done is pretty cool. I think that's definitely something a lot of you guys should consider doing. I think you'll look back on it and you'll be pretty happy that you have a lot of the stuff from when you were younger that you can look back on and say, I remember this, that, and you have it just in the format and you can kind of look back on it, which is kind of cool. But the main thing with note keeping I want to talk about for this video and to you guys is whatever I've said in this video. Maybe you want to try note keeping to get organized this year for 2025. I think you guys should definitely use it to get your goals accomplished. Do whatever you want to do, accomplish your dreams, set your goals. 2025 is going to be all of our year, Cloud Gang year. This is the year of the cloud. I'm announcing it right now. Anybody who's in this video watching right now, this is your year, this is my year, this is everybody's year. We're taking over and I am excited for it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and I will see you all for the next one. Peace.